Hey, what's up, guys? It's 1:30 Central. We are coming at you again today with Mark's Remarks live. I mean, obviously, we're trying to do many more of these shows live. We're going to have another one going out tomorrow in the Entrepreneur Lifestyle Group, I believe. But today, it's May 1st. So I did a lot of thinking this weekend about goal setting and stuff. And I came in today with a plan for my guys, even though I don't know they were ready for it. But point is, we're about planning. So I want to share with you guys my top 10 goals before we even jump into this thing. I'm going to read them off for some of you guys that maybe need help learning how to set goals. One of the things that I did in my earlier life was never really set goals. My biggest goal was to not get drunk or not use something, and I never wrote them down. I wasn't intentional. I wasn't thinking about what I wanted. This morning I jumped on a call with Ryan Stewman about goal setting and numbers and hitting these things. We're texting back and forth right now. So I'm going to share with you some of the things with me, not numbers, but my goals that I'm out there right now. I'm just going to read them. Number one, I write off of the heading. If you guys can see this thing, I write in cursive still. I'm probably the only one that does. I'm a billionaire. I'm the top giver in my church, community, and charity of my choice. I've given Phoenix the best life with the most opportunities possible. I'm the top sales, motivational, inspirational, addiction coach, speaker, trainer in the world, and because of it, I've helped change millions of people's lives. My business platform actually helps everyone that it comes in contact with. I make $100 million a week. I own a private jet, MJ100. I own a home on 125 acres with a pond, a pool, a track, a place that we can call home forever that nobody can take from us. I own a supercross race team. We built the Jennison Enterprises and 610 Media headquarters into like the fantasy factory. We got skateboard. Like I can visualize, I can see these things. I'm in perfect mental, emotional, and physical health. Those are my top 10 goals that I want for my life. But here's what I write down on a daily basis. I stayed clean and sober today. I remained upbeat and positive today. I personally, on the phone, made $1,000 for my company. And then this little goal is I told 5 people about this new program, the Comeback Academy, that I got coming out. So I'm personally reaching out to 5 different people, talking to them a day. Then I write these affirmations that I will not be stopped. I believe all things can be done through Christ who strengthens me. And then on this thing over here, my main next night, I got one goal for the next 90 days. I want to build a residual-based company or program that brings me $100,000 minimum a month. That's my goal for May, June, July. But I want to talk about that. That's for me right now. I know you guys out there are probably setting some new goals, but we're going to talk about this. The purpose of this show is obviously to call. I've got some dudes that asked me some questions, so I just want to share that with you because, well, I guess I'm fired up about my goals, and I hope you are as well too. So, Johnny boy, what do we got today, man? What do we got going?
All right, so we have a bunch of questions. We have the first one that we have is coming from our sales team, Jake, up there. We got a question from a guy named JP.
JP Scholes, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, so I texted him this morning. He's all good to go. He has a question about scheduling, and he just wants you to go ahead and give him a call.
All right, cool. I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah?
Can you hear this thing all right or no?
As long as it's by the mic, we should be.
5, 6, 7,
Oh, nothing?
7, 8, 2, 3, 6 is not available.
That's
He's
fine.
not available.
We got a few other questions. Don't
JP,
worry.
if you're out there, man, go ahead and call me back.
Yeah, feel free to give us a call.
262-723-2780. What else you got?
All right, so going down the line, first question is from Joy Luke. First question was, how do you handle a blatant skater, Mark?
How do you handle a blatant skater, right? I mean, all right, so obviously you didn't even know what a skater was. So maybe
Yeah,
some of you guys out there, I know, John, he got hired in he was on phone sales, and then we found a different talent in him, trying to push him on the internet marketing side, on the audio stuff. So he didn't even know what a skater was. He thought one of you guys were talking shit on me.
Yeah,
so,
I did, yeah.
So it's just funny. But how would I handle a blatant skater? I mean, in my situation in my life, I'm kind of outgoing. So if it's like, I look at it this way, if somebody's trying to screw my girlfriend or somebody's trying to do something, like I look at the intensity on this, right? I'm not going to let anyone skate me. So how would I handle it? Is I'd address the situation right off the bat. Now, I'm not saying you got to get physical or do something like that, but at the same time, is the person trying to skate you or is he trying to help you? I mean, there has been deals where, hey, if I had consented the fact that I needed a hand or and I split it with somebody, a split deal is better than no deal, right? Nobody wins unless the dealership wins. So how would I handle a blatant skater? I mean, if they're out to hurt you or you see them behind your back or they're constantly like reaching into your CRM or you're setting appointments and boom, they're touching them first to get their hands on deal. I would address that situation right out back by the dumpster. I mean, I would have words with this person and do what I have to do. Myself, personally. You might not want to do that. Maybe you should go to the manager, but somehow, some way, if it's not helping the team win, then you need to be able to address the situation and move forward with it. What else we got?
Awesome. So next question we have is from Andrew Klingstever. Sorry,
Yeah, I see. I know the questions. I've seen a couple of these. He actually put in there, "What is in my jug?" Right?
Yeah, that was one of the questions he asked. What's in the jug?
This is closer's juice, right here. Right? I mean, you could ask my guy Jacob up. Jacob, you need to start drinking some of this stuff. But anyways, now closer's juice. What this is just branched chain amino acids. I get asked that all the time. It's a couple scoops in the morning. I like to try to drink a gallon of water a day, every day, just to stay hydrated. I pee a lot, but whatever. I put in the BCAAs because it just tastes better. It's in, I take scoops also as well, but it just seems to taste better than just drinking plain old general water, right? I mean, I drink that as well, but this is something I sip on from 6 in the morning till 10, 11 o'clock, whatever, when I go to bed. So I keep that there. Helps me build those little muscles.
Build the gun, right?
And what's his work question, though?
Yeah, Andrew does have some serious questions. A few of the questions he has here is, what is the best process for a salesman switching dealerships? And he has a few other questions in there, going from a new to a used, changing brands. Do you call your old customers and let them know where you are now? How do you do your social media change? And what's the best overall process for changing dealerships and stuff like that?
Well, I never actually changed dealerships, but I was very loyal to my company that I worked for. Within even the group, right? I mean, there's many different stores. I'm friends with everybody, but I was very loyal to my Elkhorn store over here. So I don't know that I'm going to have the best answer for you on this, but I will try to help you with my thoughts on it, right? That's kind of what this is about, my remarks. So let's just start at the top. The best process for switching dealerships, going from new to used. Now, I believe if you can find a place that can fit you, that has a pay plan that works with you, that the management style works for you, you're able to find the hours, it works for you and them, right? It's a winning team, then I would switch there. I mean, if you're going to work, like we all got into sales or car sales to make money and to have unlimited potential and to be happy. I mean, why would you want to go to work and not be happy? So if you're not happy where you're at, then yes, I recommend doing a switch and go to find a place that can suit you. I mean, my pay plan worked well with new and used, so of course I'd want to sell that, right? I want a mix of both. I know that the new people can help me get used people, and used people help me get new, and it just works together. Every deal just keeps boom, 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 help. Changing brands, I don't necessarily think the brand you sell matters, to be honest with you. I do think you need to be, to a certain point, a product of the product. Like I like Chevys, the cars. I drive a Malibu right now. When I was selling, I was driving a BMW, and I remember I answered this question the other day, and somebody's like, "Do you need to drive what you sell?" I had a hard time. I don't want to say a hard time, but I would get into the deal and I'd be selling I can remember particularly selling a woman an Equinox, an older lady. She's like, "Well, why aren't you driving? If you're driving a BMW, why am I not buying a BMW?" And that was kind of the question. I'm like, "Well, man," and it made me think about it. But I just didn't have at the time when I was coming back out of rehab, I got something that I could afford. It ended up being a BMW because I thought I still needed to look cool. Right at that time, I still was living this dream where I needed to be cool, but didn't really need to be cool. Right now, I don't care. I drive a Malibu. You have a minivan. I love your minivan.
Yeah, right.
But the point is, if you can be a product of the product, then that's one thing. But let's go a little bit deeper and talk about branding yourself. Right? It doesn't matter what I sold. If I wanted to go down the road to sell Fords in my area, people know that I sold cars, and you can get new, used, whatever you need to be. You can be interchangeable if you do a good enough job in selling yourself and being out in the community and being the person. It doesn't matter. And then let's talk about your clientele base. Of course, I would call them, right? There's people in my clientele base. I shouldn't say my clientele. Now I kind of sell sales training, right? So it's not just car stuff, but there's people out there that I sold cars to that came and they bought from me in this program, or they stay tuned to what I do, or they like what I do. So I would, if I was making a switch. I know the dealerships don't want to hear this, but I mean, it's free game, right? I mean, there's people out there. Everybody's buying a car, so you'd be dumb to not. If you've done a great job for those guys, then why would you not want to sell them, right? So of course I'd call them. As far as my social media, the change is just like anything. I just make it happen. We do a lot of change around here. We just change. You got to change. Like a lot of people like to do calculated risks and this and that. I just believe if you got something on your mind and you think about it enough, you just need to do it. You need to make it happen. I'm about to make a change in 15 days. It is what it is.
All right, I think it's a perfect time to go to a commercial.
Let's do it. I need something to drink.
Hey, what's up, guys? Mark Jennison here. And let me ask you a question. How many cars a month are you selling off of Facebook? Now, I'm not talking about Facebook ads, putting out the ad budget and trying to get people in that way. I'm talking about organic reach. Actually, you're already on Facebook, probably checking statuses of your friends, watching cat videos, stuff like that. Are you taking the time to sell the vehicles, to sell yourself, to sell your brand on Facebook? If you're not, you're missing the boat, okay? When I was selling cars, I was selling 35 cars a month, and then in a tiny town of 10,000 people on this very lot, okay? Now, 35 is a big number, but 15 of those came from organic Facebook reach, from building a brand, from sharing my story, from going out and getting people to want to come and invest their time with me. And I want to share with you how to do that. I want to show you how to build a brand so strong that you're the known guy in your space, not only your local space, but in the internet. You're like a local celebrity that people are just coming in and they just can't wait to hang out with you, okay? Let me share with you what I did in these 3 simple steps. I didn't care, I put it out there, and I made it happen. Those are 3 things, but there's more inside of this program. It's the Facebook branding secrets, and I want to show you exactly how I did that. If you're interested, you want to take your sales to the next level, you want to figure out how to use this leverage of the social media tool, click the link below right now, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right, we're back.
Ready?
Awesome. All right, we're back here. All right, let's get a few more questions.
Hey, I want you guys, let me grab the mic here real quick. I want you guys to put some questions down there if you're interested, or call me at 262-723-2780. I would like to take some live calls. I know we set out with the intentions of actually doing this with live calls, but it's taken a little bit of time to get going, so I appreciate the comments down there. It's been going. I just took a look. We had like 23 people, 25 people on the middle of the day on a Monday, the first day of the month. I think that's pretty awesome. So if you guys want your questions answered, obviously for next Monday or even right now, keep them coming in here. There's a ton of different stuff we can talk about. I do want to take a minute right now to talk about the 6-Figure Sales Conference. It is next week. It's my first full conference where I got to go share the stage with other people that have done this before. So I'm jumping into unmanned territory for me, unmarked. I've never done this before. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do it. Just like I did when I came onto the scene. I just started doing it, and that's the same thing I want to encourage you guys right now. But if you haven't got your ticket, there are still, I think Jonathan Dawson posted 39, 17, and 13 or something like that available in Atlanta, Kansas City. I'm sure if you're interested, we can get you there, or I'm going to be streaming the thing live somewhere. We'll put a link in the comments here. It's an escalating price, it's going up, or ascending price, it's going up. If you're interested, get it, get hooked up, at least get tuned in. Also, we're offering it with a program. If you're not on my stuff, we have a discount. My guys will reach out to you. So, what other questions you got?
Awesome. So next up is from Carol. They say, how do you be consistent once you've laid out a plan? How do you keep it going every day?
Well, that's a good question. How do I stay consistent? Is I got some driving force inside of me that makes me wake up every day, whether it's financial, whether it's my son, whether it's something. If I don't do, and I'd be bullshitting you if I said every day is easy, or every day I come in and I want to work here motivation isn't exactly. I'm super motivated and upbeat all the time, right? But it's not the easiest thing every day. So I listened to Ryan Stewman this morning. We were talking, or he was doing his call, and I was listening. He's like, you get the point where you sold 30 cars last month and you think you can rest. You get to the point where you can rest on your laurels a little bit. Then what I come to find out is that every time I rest a little bit or I don't stay consistent, I go backwards. I slip. My money goes backwards. My personal being goes backwards. I with my struggles and the things I go through, go backwards, okay? So the only thing I can tell you is that 1% better every single day. People will be like, oh, man, well, by that time it's going to be a lifetime. But it doesn't even matter if it's 0.05% better. You have to be consistent. You have to train. I believe you can train yourself, train your brain to lay out this plan and just stick to it. I don't know if you work out or if you've ever followed a regimen like that, but it doesn't start. The day 1 to day 9 is a completely different person, right? But you have to get there. You have to bridge the gap. You have to learn to love it. You have to learn to love the lifestyle. You have to learn to love the consistency. You have to learn. I look at it this way, right? Just like my diet, I have to learn to love right now that I'm trying to lose 15 pounds. So I have to eat Brussels sprouts and shitty rice and chicken. And I know it doesn't taste good, but I know it'll help me get where I want to go. So think about that in your car sales right now. It doesn't feel that great to make 200 phone calls or 100 phone calls or to talk to all these ups or to talk to this or whatever it may be and just get the results that you have. But when you look back, and time will tell over the next 90 days the progress you made. Although you can't see it right now, it is working. Keep building on it and keep rolling.
All right, so next question we have is from Jesse. Some of the questions we might touch base on, but I think maybe at the end it might be a little bit different. It says, how do you choose dealership and brands, which you kind of talked about, but then it also says, how do you choose between sales and management?
That's Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse.
Because I know him personally, so I know what he's going through. So choosing between brands, I mean, we touched on that a little bit. I'll tell you how I ended up on Chevy. I actually went to, and if you're out there, Bill Eater, and you're watching this, hopefully you are, you'll catch the replay. Friend of mine, love you, dude. But he was the GM at the Cadillac Chevy store in Delavan. Okay, and I had the same theory as a lot of you guys out there. I'm like, man, I can't sell cars in this fucking town, this little farm field here, right? If you literally, I'll take a video of my store. I can't sell cars here. I need to go somewhere where there's lot ups, there's traffic, there's going to be people, because I wanted to have this lifestyle. I wanted the money, but I didn't quite understand car sales. I didn't understand what it took to be successful in car sales. So they actually turned me down for a job. I went in. I remember I was down on my luck. I had just come off a relapse, and I'm like, for sure, I thought it was a shoo-in. They knew that they wanted me. They knew I'd be good, be successful from what I did before, but they passed on me for whatever reason. So I took it. I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't even get a job selling cars. Like, I suck. I didn't know what to do. I remember I went to the gym. At the time, I was dating this girl, and we're sitting in the back corner doing abs or whatever, and she's like, I'm like, dude, I can't even get a job. She's like, go to the one across the street. You know Scotty Kunis. He loves you. You guys are friends. He'll hire you. I'm like, yeah, but there's just no traffic. This is me, self-limiting beliefs. And but I'm like, what else do I do? So I went there. I walked in. I didn't really care. It happened to be a Chevy dealership. They were selling minimal amounts of cars, and I kind of walked into it. So I didn't so much choose my brand. I chose a life and living and trying to eat. So what I did do is learn to love the brand, which was pretty amazing. I do think it's great. I still am a Ford truck guy, but anyways, it is what it is. Now, as far as management and sales, I'm not a manager. Okay, I guess in a way I am, right? Because I have this company. It's my name. We have guys in here, but my goal here isn't to come in and manage these dudes every day. I'm trying to make them better people. I'm trying to lead them. I'm trying to help them. I would never wanted to be a manager selling cars because, one, I don't want to deal with everyone's problems. It's a different type of management. I didn't want to. I get it. You can come in and you get to be the boss. And you can sit down. You got a cushy check coming in or whatever. But I didn't want to earn it. I wanted no income, no ceiling on my income. I wanted to be able to push it. So if I had to choose between sales and management, I'm going to stay in sales because I know that I'm going to get paid off my results. I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm never going to stop. Now, that's what works for me and my personality. For you, it could be something entirely different.
Awesome. All right, I think that's good. Let's go into another commercial break here real quick.
Let me ask you a question. You see this lot? Nothing going on. Are you sick and tired of standing around, waiting, wishing, hoping someone's going to show up to buy from you? Listen, when I was selling cars, I averaged 35 cars a month in a town of 10,000 people without taking lot ups, without relying on this dealership to bring me in the leads. I did it myself. I created a way, 21 different ways actually, to go out, create my own leads, bring the people in. I developed a program. It's called the Lead Generation Hacks. I was selling so many cars that other people in my dealership, other dealerships, people on the internet, they started reaching out saying, hey, how are you doing this? How are you doing this so quickly? So what I did is I created the Lead Generation Hacks program. 21 different ways of outside the box ways of thinking that you can go right now and generate your own leads and get someone to talk to.
Yeah, there's one more question.
Listen, I typically sell this program for $97, but I want to give it to you for $7.95, okay? For $7.95, you're going to pick up at least 4 or 5 ways right now that you can call someone and contact them today. So listen, click the link, and let's roll.
All right, we're back live. All right, we're back, guys, and we have just a few more here. Next question we have is from Tyler. He says, having an issue with time management, what would you recommend? I average about 10 cars a month, and I want to keep pushing for more.
I would like to understand a little bit more about your time management. Here's the deal, man. We all got the same amount of time. I'm super busy, but there's people that are freaking 10,000 times more busier than me that are still getting more done, right? So it's all in perspective of where you're at. You just said in there you're averaging 10 cars a month. I know that at 10 cars a month, you're probably not as busy as you think you are, okay? But you're at work for X amount of hours. You need to just figure out how to leverage it a little bit better. So what I recommend is coming up with a schedule. Like, what am I going to do from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8? I mean, you got to know what you're doing. How many calls am I making? Who am I contacting? What do I have on the board? Who do I have to take care of? You're going to watch your time work for you a little bit better. You can't go into it just blind. Like, I mean, even through this business here for us sometimes, if we don't have a schedule or routine, it kind of messes us up. We have to know what we're doing, what we're working on, what schedule. I mean, John here has to go through, he schedules all my time of whenever I have to do something. So how do you do that for your life? Right? What can you do? You have to find out what's your priorities? What do I need to accomplish when I'm at work? Why am I at work? And that's actually going to lead me into these next couple questions. But why am I at work? Did I sell a car? How can I sell a car? How many people can I talk to? I guess if you want to call in and talk to me one-on-one, 262-723-2780. If you're not interested in being on the show to talk about it, we can actually have a call later, or Jacob will help you, and maybe I can tell you what worked for me a little bit. But as we jump out of here, we got about 7 minutes left. I want to actually ask you guys 4 questions. These are the questions I ask myself every day, and maybe they'll help you when you go to work. What is your message? Number 1. So every day I wake up, what is my message? What am I trying to portray to the people? What am I going to try to tell the people? What am I talking about today? Is it depression? Is it shitty relationships? Is it car sales? Is it gym? Whatever, right? Like, what's my message? Okay, I'm always trying to figure out what my message is to the world. Who are you? Right? These get kind of tricky. Who am I? Like, this is one I have to ask myself every day. Who am I? I know who I am. Do you know who you are? What do you stand for? Kind of all goes live. What do I stand for every day? What am I going to be? How's my message going to help me be who I am to tell people what I stand for? And this is the 4th most important one that I ask myself every single day. Who can I help today? Right? The intention every day, yes, there is the monetary value of trying to do this, but who can I help every day? The one thing that's pressing on my mind right now is who can I get my message, or my heart, I should say, who can I get my message out to today? Who can I help today? Who's going to help me that knows somebody that knows somebody? How can I get known outside of the space to actually be a human being that helps somebody? I know this has not a lot to do with car sales right now, but it has to do with stuff that's on my mind that I want to help you with. So we got about 6 minutes left here. Is there any other questions, any other comments? Anyone want to ask anything?
We have nothing right now, but I'd like to say, next week we're going to that 6-figure sales conference.
Yep.
That'll be exciting.
Oh, yeah. That's something we'll talk about right now. I'm going to do this live from the road. What's today, Monday? So next Monday is actually the Atlanta show or conference, whatever, and I'm going to be speaking in there. But when I get to a chance, I'm going to jump on and do one of these things live from the event, which is going to be pretty cool. So you're going to want to catch that one for sure. Obviously, you're not going to be teaching you things and stuff like that there because you got to catch that on the stream or get there in person. But you'll be able to see what's going on, get a glimpse into what we're doing there, and I'll kind of share some experiences with you. So if you guys have any questions, any problems, anything you need, any help with, go ahead and comment below. We'll get those answered to you next week. But let's finish up today talking about goal setting again, right? I can't emphasize enough that it is May, okay? It's a new day. Hopefully you did this last week, but I spent all weekend writing down these goals. I got pages and pages, like 2 hours worth of writing what I need to get accomplished. I want you to take some time today and find out what's best for you. What do you want out of your career? What do you want out of your life? What do you want out of this year? Because you know what? We're 5 months, right? We're going into the month 5 of this year. Next month is halfway over 2017. Are you sitting where you're at? Have you reached the goals that you want? Are you even getting closer? Or are you going backwards? Listen, if you are, it is okay. You can start right now. Everything with a decision, you can start right now this minute, and you can just keep pushing out. We want to help you down here at the office. Number's 262-723-2780. We got specials going on right now. 6-figure sales conference is going to be huge. These shows, everything you guys do, thank you for participating. I had to get up here and talk a lot. 30 minutes is fast. I don't take a lot of breaks in between. when I breathe. But I want to thank you guys for showing up. And if we don't have any other questions, man, I'm just going to wrap it up there.
Yeah, it sounds great. Awesome.
You guys have a great day.